Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. Look, there's no surprise that there's issues in the VHA, the Veterans Health Administration, with staffing, right? I've done videos on it in the past. You feel it when you go there. You may even hear it from some of the workers at the VHA. You may hear that they say, we're short-staffed, Dr. So-and-so quit, or hey, guess what? You're getting a new doctor because the one you had is leaving, that type of stuff. So now it looks like the White House is reaching out to veterans, asking them to fill these spots. So I wanted to bring you into the awareness on this. Look, I'm a fan of filling the VA with as many veterans employees as possible. Nothing better than us helping each other through the process. And the more veterans that we have working there, I think the better. But anyway, I'm going to jump into the article for you, read it to you, give you my 2 cents, and we'll go from there. Hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. Hit the notification thing. I never ask you guys to do that, but I do push out a lot of information, and most of the time there's some really good nuggets in there for you, and other times it's just awareness pieces. So if you're not a member, consider joining. I appreciate it. It helps the channel, and it helps me find you in the comments. All right, let's jump into it. White House looks to get vets, military spouses into healthcare jobs. So, veterans and military spouses into healthcare jobs. So, jumping into the article, a White House initiative designed to break down credentialing and training barriers for veterans seeking better employment is adding healthcare to its list of targeted careers. Officials from Task Force Movement on Wednesday announced the new effort during a presentation at the annual American Legion Conference in North Carolina. The project will aim to fill some of the estimated shortfall of 2 million healthcare posts across America with veterans and military spouses through new hiring, training, and outreach efforts. The COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated a lot of the problems within our larger society, said Emily Haas, Senior Advisor on Healthcare Issues for Task Force Movement. Primary care physicians, nurses, and general health professionals have been experiencing burnout. The pipeline of replacements is not what it used to be, and retention is really difficult. It's an unfortunate perfect storm of the need versus a shortage in workforce, she added. So we see an opportunity for personnel with skills coming out of the military and for military spouses that have the skills and education but just don't have the support or pathways right now. Task Force Movement was launched in April 2022 with a focus on getting more veterans into the trucking industry, another industry with a huge shortfall, right? In response to an increasing need for additional drivers in the wake of COVID-19, the pandemic across America. That work expanded late last year to include cybersecurity jobs, another sector with growing need for trained and qualified candidates. The task force has coordinated efforts among industry leaders, government credentialing groups, and outside advocates to find ways to ease certification requirements and speed training options for veterans interested in both fields. Veteran advocates have hailed the work for emphasizing not just the value of hiring veterans, but also helping to transition military family members into high-demand careers. We're trying to solve the pain points that all of America is feeling right now, said Patrick Murphy, former Undersecretary of the Army and chairman of the task force, at Wednesday's announcement in Charlotte. Nursing accounts for nearly half of the healthcare professional shortage. Task force officials said they'll look for ways to fill that through new training programs, more targeted hiring of military family members with existing training, and long-term planning with industry leaders on personnel management. Murphy said they also hope that those taking up healthcare roles will focus on military and veterans' health issues, particularly mental health care. Every day we lose 17 of our veterans to suicide, he said. And, sorry to segue from here. If you're still hanging on, I appreciate you. Suicide within the veteran community is a real thing, and it is not getting any better. In fact, I've seen several articles, and it's just heartbreaking to me to read them, and that's why I haven't done a video yet on it. And I guess I should, because it's talking about it here. And suicide is obviously something that's often viewed for the person who commits it as the last resort. And I will say that there is probably a few kind of things that can happen prior to that to help that not come to fruition, right? So having a good job, having somewhere where you feel like you belong, being involved, being talked to, check in on your buddy, right? Even if it's a text here and there. Hey, how are things going? I haven't heard from you. What's going on? What's new? What are you planning to do in the next couple months? Hey, did you do that thing you talked about before? Right? Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Let's dial it back in here. So every day, this is what this says. Every day we lose 17 of our veterans to suicide, he said. Launching today is not just about filling jobs with good professionals, but also what can we do to amplify those challenges like veteran suicide and let people know that they can make a difference. The task force released a report on the trucking industry's best practices, hiring challenges, and recommended community improvements last spring. Officials hope to develop a similar roadmap for the healthcare employment in coming months. Following meetings with the corporate leaders, educational leaders, and veteran advocacy groups. And that concludes that article. This was on Military Times. I'll go ahead and put all this information in the description below. And just to kind of loop back to the veteran suicide piece, I think I'm going to pull up an article now, and I'll go ahead and do a little piece on that, because there is an uptick in the veteran suicide world, which is not good. So there's been a lot of focus and a lot of conversation about suicide, and I think that we need to make sure that we are doing all we can as a community to make sure that we're solid, right? Every single one of us count. Every single one of us matter. And I'll tell you, even for some of us couldn't wait to get the uniform off, and others of us lost our identity when we took it off. And I will tell you, if you hung on this long, it's been 8 minutes, the military didn't make you who you are. It helped maybe kind of, mold some pieces of it, right? But you were a very special person before you joined. Every single one of us, whether you were drafted or you enlisted or whatever, joined on your own accord, we're a very special set of people because there were alternatives, right? You didn't need to join the military, or you could have ran away from the draft, right? People did that. So that's a real thing. So the fact that we all served our nation in the military shows what kind of people we are. And again, the military didn't make us the people we are. It may have, helped with some molding or what have you, but we're a very special group. And that's why I spend the time that I do doing this, because I feel that there's been such a disservice for the amount that we put in, right? So I think that there's so much that we just don't even realize that's out there, and I just wanted to just take a moment to say that I'm here for you, and I try to be here every single day, multiple times, to shed light on different subjects. And that's why I chose the name Veterans Info Tap, because it's not just about disability, claims and how high can you get your percentage, right? It's about everything that matters to us as a group. And I love each and every single one of you guys and gals. All right. Thanks so much. I appreciate you. Have a great one. Remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.